arena where the legends are born. Got dreams bigger than the shoes that are worn. Blood, sweat, tears, yeah, we chase them on. Next gen heroes, we've been reborn. Proving grounds, call it Valorville. Heart of a lion, pure iron will. Grind never stops, we break the mill. To be the top dog, that's the thrill. Rise up, stand tall, never settle. Athletes forged in the heat of the metal. Valor in veins, push it to a kettle. Prove to the world we on another level. Speed of lightning, got the fire we ignite. Train through the pain and we keep it in sight. Every single game, push boundaries, take flight. Cause destiny's a battlefield and we gon' fight.
Clever. Very clever. Jamie, I saw your message. And I couldn't help but to think about the fact that for the first time, somebody has gotten to me mentally. Somebody got to me physically in a way that I would never, ever expecting. Jamie, I'm willing to admit, you have won the mental game. Because you caught me off guard. You even won the physical game. Because I'll admit, I am still sore. Still hurting. What you did. But Jamie, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. The next time you want to use somebody as a stepping stone, finish the job. Because the problem is, you left me standing. The problem is, you made sure that I'm still here. The problem is, you want to be remembered. And now, after your attack and after you sending those messages, I want to help you be remembered. But I think that's where our similarities will begin and end, Shepard. Because you want to be remembered as the VALOR heavyweight champion. And I want you to be remembered as another man that I put down. As another man who I stepped over. As another man that thought they could end my reign as champion and failed once again. So at red, white, and bruised, Washington, D.C. You're gonna be red, alright? Because I'm gonna cover you with your own blood. I'm gonna leave the people in the audience pale, white, in absolute awe and shock and almost sickening with what I plan on doing to you. And I plan on leaving you beaten, battered, and bruised for the whole world to see as I make you and any chance of you being remembered as a dominant force in UKW fade away.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, and we are here for UKW Valor, and we start off just like we started off UKW Renegade last week with a UKW signing showcase. As first, we see the entrance of the Lone Wolf. A massive, massive showcase for one Chris Malcolm. Malcolm originally entered UKW as a member of the tag team Beast Mode, but after some struggles getting the team up off the ground. He has decided to take his own step into singles action here on UKW Valor, and it is excellent to see the old Wolf finally make his UKW debut.
I like that statement from you guys, and we say it a lot with newcomers coming into UKW. Your very first option here to really impress the board and really impress the locker room is to pick up your first win, and that's exactly what I feel like a guy like him has to do, and definitely has to do to make an impact. And we love to see new talent. UKW feeds off of new talent. We got to think back to Renegade, guys. After that match with Wave and Wrecked, what did Coke King do? That was unexcusable. Coke King has gone on a different path than what he was originally set on, and I can't help but think that Coke King is not going to be happy with all this new talent UKW's got.
I hope that nobody's planning anything stupid like that tonight. But like you guys were mentioning, first impressions are everything, and I know I say it a lot. First impressions are the best impressions if you could please. On the UKW brass, on me, on you two, on the crowd, on anybody. He's raining a lot of money here. I love this walkout that he's got, this song that he's got. You know, he's making a great first impression so far. But hopefully we can see that translate to his action here.
Some of this money here, I think is real.
Oh,
but you see a guy like the 5-star superstar, Dakota Miller, I think is going to be a guy that very much brings the full action out of the Lone Wolf, Chris Malcolm. And both of these guys want to take that next step in UKW. Because like you said, Valente, your first showcase, your first shot at breaking out and getting that experience, your first exposure really matters a lot. And you got to think Dakota Miller and Chris Malcolm understand that. They know that. And they need to take that next step here tonight.
No doubt. I think that's a great way to think for these two. I think these two are going to have a lot of drive here tonight to impress, like I said, not only the locker room, to impress Tristan Sidney. And that's what you need to do. By getting your first win here, that puts you up for a future shot against competitors, against #1 contenders, to maybe get a title shot. And I think your biggest thing here tonight is to impress. So I'm excited to see what these two offer. I'm excited to see their wrestling styles. I'm excited to see what they bring to the ring. I'm sure the UKW faithful is excited to see what they do. But I gotta say, this money has to be fake. I picked up a couple of it. It does not look real.
yeah. Did you figure that out by looking at whose face was on it, or the fact
I
that
did.
there's $500 in the bill?
It definitely was the face.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, here we go. Chris Malcolm and Dakota Miller are going to start this off. And they're going to open up with a grappling. And guys, we talked about it kind of behind the scenes, just the three of us, of how much Renegade's roster really is stacked. And we didn't mention that during the breakout showcase on Renegade. But when it comes to Valor, Valor is kind of at a different edge, where Valor could use some more talent inserted into their title divisions, and this could be a big spot here if you're Dakota Miller or if you're Chris Malcolm. Now look at Miller off the ropes. Went for a big forearm. Malcolm able to get out of the way, and they have quickly taken this match to the outside.
Looks like they're really using the outside to their advantage.
I'm going to take from what you said just a second ago with the talent differential, I guess. You know, I feel like this is a conversation we've had before, because back when Joshua Garcia was the acting general manager of Valor, we understood, and we were able to pick up on the strategy that he used when it.
But yeah, like,
I understand that the situation is still the same with Valor. They're trying to pick the younger guys. I would say they would rather take fly and try to build a star from the ground up rather than take the proven stars already.
I would agree with that. I would also
First split, we all thought that Renegade had the better roster, and it ended up going the opposite way over some time. You know, they built their stars pretty well.
But I would agree with that, Valente. I would say that I feel like that Valor in tone has went through kind of ups and downs where they've built up a roster, and then with the Renegade with the draft at the end of Pinnacle 3, I feel like Renegade kind of got a position to kind of pluck some of the talent from VALOR.
I can definitely see that too. But the one good thing about VALOR is that they had, and like we've been saying already, is young talent. This young talent has definitely been impressive, and they continue to impress. It looks like
now look at
Chris Malcolm's gonna impress here.
No. Malcolm with the float back, and is going to use it to go over the top with a massive lariat to the carry-on Miller.
Just lays him dead center right out.
Now look at what is Malcolm setting up for. Malcolm has him up, big power bomb, and just flings him into the apron.
My goodness, and Chris Malcolm is not playing around.
Now, I think this is a good position for the Lone Wolf to be in. If you're Chris Malcolm, you've got to be thinking you're eyeing up for a big situation here. But now, to carry on with a big shot. And now look at Miller. Miller looking for the leg sweep, float over as well, and a couple of shots by to carry on Miller. And now look, Miller popped up right now. Sends Malcolm into the corner.
Up, boom.
Here we go, Dakota. What is the carry on looking for here? Over the ropes. Guillotines him on the top. Excellent.
My goodness, I don't think he's done there.
And now look off the top with the frog splash. Into the cover on Chris Malcolm. Count, no. Kick out.
A little mad there, a little frustrated. We see it in a lot of young competitors, but not backing down straight after his opponent. What do you got for me?
God, he went for a second frog splash. Ended up missing it. Now look at Malcolm, lifts him up. There's the massive assisted brainbuster.
Just like that, how fast a match can switch sides. Chris Malcolm now back in control.
Oh my God. Sends him off with the face breaker. Counts one, counts two. No, a kick out. A kick out by Dakarion Miller. And now look at Malcolm. Malcolm could be eyeing up for a big move, but Miller trying to block it. And now a shot to the midsection. Another shot to the rib cage. Add 3 consecutive shots. Now look at the big shot again. Dakarion. Look at Dakarion Miller. Level Chris Malcolm with the strikes.
He's not done there yet. He's staying with the pressure on Chris Malcolm. Oh my God.
Just stomping the chest in. And that's exactly what you need to show. You need to show that ruthlessness that you can have. Now look, off the ropes. What a Pele kick. Now Dakarion has him up and could be looking to end Chris Malcolm here.
It's definitely not letting up.
You can't let up. Full intensity from Dakarion Miller. Off of the top. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Hurricane by Dakarion Miller. Now up to the top. Calling for Chris Malcolm to get to his feet. Off of the ropes. Look at the missile drop kick. This could be it for Malcolm here. Could be in a bad position. Look at the massive.
He's really controlling the match right now. He's continuing to control the match, but I don't think he's trying to tell Chris Malcolm, bring it.
And I think that's exactly what Chris is going to do. They're going to throw these strikes back and forth between Miller and Malcolm.
Who's the better man?
Malcolm definitely with the strength advantage, but will that matter in the strike force? Multiple shots coming from both Malcolm and Dakarion Miller.
Who's going to be the one to back down?
Oh, it looks like it's Malcolm. Malcolm, the one that lost the strike force. And again, that Meteora delivered from Dakarion Miller.
And controlling the crowd perfect. You can tell the crowd is really loving this guy.
And it could be all over if he can hit that 5-star knee strike. Oh my God! He nails the lung blower right to the spine.
Back.
And now off the ropes with the moonsault. Malcolm countered out of it. Now delivering the multitude of strikes right there on to Dakarion Miller. Now has him set. Middle of the ring. Set up again for that brain buster.
Brain buster there.
Now he could be looking. He could be looking for that full moon choke. There it is, a modified anaconda vice. That full moon choke from the Lone Wolf.
He's got it locked in. Is Miller gonna give up?
This could be a bad day if you're Dakota Miller, but look, he's using that open hand to kind of palm strike Chris Malcolm.
That was a little great strategy there, and I think it's caught Chris Malcolm off guard.
Now look, Dakota leaps him into the air.
Oh my God, the
look
power.
at the strength of Dakota Miller. Now he's going to call him up. Is he going to look for stars aligned? Stars aligned for the 5-star superstar, and the stars
Count
align for a victory for Dakota Malcolm. A big win for Dakota Malcolm here in his debut as he knocks off the Lone Wolf Chris Malcolm. Dakota survived that full moon choke, which is a devastating finishing move of Chris Malcolm. But Dakota Miller prevails with stars aligned. As we continue on with UKW debuts, we get the showcase of a new women's superstar into the UKW ranks as we introduce Kathy Crimson to the UKW women's roster, a UKW women's roster that is already hosting elite level women's competitive talent. And guys, I think this is a perfect person to add to this women's division.
Definitely is, and coming from Detroit, Michigan, she definitely found her way into the United Kingdom, and this could definitely be a way for her to, like you said, Cass, get into the women's division with already great women superstars of Amber Reed, Dryad Dior, and our champion, Violet Grimm. This is a great way to maybe get out here, make a showcase for yourself, and not only that, maybe find a way to compete with those 3 top women superstars that we know of and we think of. And this is a great opportunity, I feel like, and I feel like Valente would think the same, but it's all about who she's facing.
And I think, okay, so we had saw the return of one Christy Reeves at UKW Renegade, and now it seems like Christy is wanting to revenge her loss to the Ace Amber Reed, and maybe her way to do that is to knock off the debuting Kathy Crimson. But Dakota, like you had said, Crimson could bring a lot to this division, and also the returning Christy Reeves brings a lot as well to the division. So I'm excited to see how these two go up against each other.
And that's the good thing about the women's division is you never know what woman could come out on top. You never know who is the next Violet Grimm. And we know Violet Grimm's history with Christy Reeves. She helped her at Pinnacle. So we still got to figure out where they're standing at. We have not found out where their standpoint is, whether it's going to be, coming red, white, and bruised, what's going to happen. But we need to think about what's going to happen now. It looks like Christy Reeves want to make herself go to the top. She looks like she wants to be the one at the top right now. And that's a good look from her. But to lose to a debuting superstar when you've had more in-ring experience than Kathy Crimson here in United Kingdom and UKW, I want to see how she deals with that.
I would say, if I don't think any of these women are trying to be the next Violet Grimm. They want to be the first them. They want to be the person to take down Violet Grimm. I'm sure none of these women want to be recognized as Violet Grimm, the second coming of Violet Grimm. I'm almost certain of that. But, this is a huge opportunity for Kathy Crimson to knock off one of the, top women in this division, one of the most experienced as well. So,
and that's kind of where I feel like the experience is going to be important, because Christy Reeves has been around UKW for a minute, has been here for a while, and the experience that Kathy Crimson can get from not only beating Christy Reeves, but also from just being in ring against a talent like Christy Reeves is a big, big move from Tristan Sidney, and very much sets up Kathy Crimson to be a top player in this division.
He sets her wave, the wave to ride in UKW for sure if she can beat Christy. But I'm excited to see how Christy will respond. Like you said, she did lose to Amber. So I'm excited to see how she responds after that loss.
because that loss really sets up Amber to walk into Red, White, and Bruised in a couple of weeks with full major momentum against both Violet and Dry. Because if we remember back a couple of weeks ago, Amber left both Violet and Dry laying. And then also she secured a massive win against Christy Reeves, which Amber Reed has full momentum heading into Red, White, and Bruised.
Definitely compared to her other opponent, no doubt. I agree with that. But maybe this might shake her up a little bit to see new talent come in and maybe be the next person after Violet Grimm, whatever happens at Red, White, and Bruised.
I think there's a lot of talent that UKW could be like. UKW, Tristan Sidney's always out there scouting new talent. He's always going after new signees. And then we also know that a women's competitor that I'm very hyped for to make her return to UKW in the form of KS Carter, she's coming back soon, recovering from that knee injury. Like, the women's roster is in probably the best place it's ever been in. And now, look at Christy go for a major moonsault, but gets connected with a massive kick right to the jaw. And now Kathy Crimson back into control.
There's a ton of variety in the women's division. You don't really know what's going to happen, or really, honestly, what to look forward to, because there's so much there. You never know who's going to be, at the top of this division. And it's got so much variety. It's becoming a really great thing.
And now look at Kathy. Kathy Crimson is using her size to wear down Christy Reeves. And Christy, just like you said, the vet, Coda, rolling to the ropes, not letting Crimson get that momentum. But damn, she launched her over the top rope with the boot.
Like you mentioned earlier about KS Carter, and we also got to think back. That women's international championship tournament really brought in women superstars for us that are named. You think about Christy Reeves, she was in that tournament. You think about KS Carter, she was in that tournament. You think about Drya Dior, she was in that tournament. That tournament really held a big statement for the women's division, I would say. And
really set up
they really
the
have
division
paved
how
the
it
way.
is now.
Exactly. They have paved the way for the women's division.
Now look at Christy deliver.
My goodness.
What a hell of a moonsault off of the apron. And that's what I'm saying. Since Christy came back, she went toe-to-toe with Amber Reed, who's the #1 contender for the women's championship. And now she is bringing it to a very exciting signee here. Whether you believe it or not, Christy has elevated her game since coming back here. And I think that's going to be what it's about. Can you continue to elevate your game, and can you elevate it high enough to warrant being UKW Women's Undisputed Champion?
See, there's no doubt that's what Christy wants, but I'm excited to see how that folds out, if it impacts with her and Violet's
Look
relationship.
it off the top. What the hell? Caught by Crimson Powerbomb.
What a move.
Into the cover. Caught her off the Hurricane Rana. Count 2. But no, a kick out by Christy Reeves out of that sit-out powerbomb. But a beautiful counter there, again by Kathy Crimson. And Crimson could be looking for these multitude of suplexes.
Get this.
And there it is. Massive suplexes into the bridge and into the count. And a kick out by Christy Reeves.
Christy's able to stay in it, but Kathy is in full control. What is this?
Went for a handspring back elbow. Christy now looking to deliver a big shot to the midsection. She was running in place trying to get Kathy's equilibrium off, and it set up a major advantage here now for Christy Reeves against Kathy Crimson.
Definitely turned the tides. Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ. That kick just took her damn jaw.
Not done.
And Christy looking. This could be the end of the match right here, guys. Off of the top. Looking again. That time nails that go-round into the cover. Counts 2. But no, a kick out from Kathy Crimson. Here we go. We'll be looking to set her up. Shot to the midsection. She's going to look into the big flatliner. into the cover.
Might
On
be it.
Kathy Crimson. Noah kick out.
No!
That pump handle flatliner was not enough from Christy Reeves to put away Kathy Crimson.
She's not done there yet, though. Christy's right back on her. Wasting no time at all. Oh, my goodness.
God, what a hook kick. Christy, that's what I'm talking about. Christy Reeves has, since she got back from injury, has been nothing but a top-tier competitive talent. And now look at Christy run in with a knee strike. That time off, that time in rehabilitation, that time rehabbing herself really put her on an entirely different level. Went for the super kick to the back. Look, the counter from Crimson into the kick.
Kathy's now taking back control, and I totally agree with you, Cass, about that time off. We thank the Yamashita. Look what Yamashita's doing right now. He's a whole different
It could
unit.
be looking. There it is. A massive invader. Into the cover of the invader. Count 1, count 2, and guys, that's 3. A upset win, I've got to say, from Kathy Crimson.
That really did. Just that split second, Kathy took her opportunity, and it paid off. And if I'm Christy Reeves, I don't know how to feel after that, guys.
And that
I don't think I expected that one either.
the win out of nowhere from Kathy Crimson.
Azrael, I just want to make one thing clear. You only won the Pride Heavyweight Championship because I beat the hell out of Slava before our match. And at red, white, and bruised, I will finally take my place as the UKW Pride Heavyweight Champion. When I stack you up and drop you right on your damn neck, and the faithful will be forced to hear me be crowned new champion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on, we have some tag team action. And guys, I've been waiting on it. Travis Aaron, Mercer Hoslow, one of the best tag teams in the world. The Killshot Foundation finally grace a UKW reign with their excellence.
No doubt, and I will say, Cass, like you said, it has been so great to finally see these two in the ring, especially in tag team action. We've seen Myrise twice now. We saw him last week on Renegade in that Battle Royale where he had an opportunity to maybe go to Red, White, and Bruise and take on Alex Young, but the returning Kareem Hall was able to pick that up. And I'm wondering how maybe they feel about that. Maybe they were hoping Myrise would win that, but tonight they're going to come out here and they're going to show why they are a great tag team, and I'm excited to see what they offer for the tag team division coming in here. We know the Killshot Foundation has been a great team, a great faction already in UKW, so we're going to have to see what they offer.
Funny enough that you mentioned that. All right, go ahead, Vic.
If these two are anything like Myrise, we are in for a show.
Funny enough that you mentioned how Mercer and Travis Aaron would feel about Kareem Hall. The match has already been made, Dakota, between Mercer Hoslow and Kareem Hall for the main event of the upcoming Renegade, so that's going to be an exciting matchup in itself.
Tristan Sidney always pulling out the stops. You got to love it, because that Battle Royale ending was definitely a sore taste in the mouth, but a tag team we haven't seen in a while. The Nationalists undefeated in tag team action. I'm excited to see what these two bring back to the ring.
Since these two knocked off Chris Maverick in that handicap matchup on UKW VALOR, these two have a bone to pick with the World Tag Team Champions, the form of Leon Cruz and Orlando Silver. But it seems like a lot of people have bones to pick with the World Tag Team Champions. We saw what Cole and Iron did on UKW Renegade, and the Nationalists want their shot. KSF want their shot. Hell, every tag team inside of UKW want their shot at the champs.
That just shows you how great the upper echelon is. But the last time we saw the Nationalists in tag team action was with the Simply Better Spartans, a team the upper echelon has recently faced. So the Nationalists definitely have a decent advantage here when it comes to being closer to the tag team titles, I would say, in a sense.
I would agree with you. But this is also something that interests me. We've seen Mercer Hoslow, the former Mercer Monroe, before. This is the first time Travis Aaron has been inside of a UKW ring. So I'm excited to see what we see from Travis Aaron here tonight. He's my one to watch in this match.
And He's already starting off really well here.
Yes, he is. The beautiful standing shooting star press. And now the tag into the heater. The Mercer Monroe who levels
Oh my.
Ahmed with one hell of a knee strike. Jesus. And now
That's
Mercer.
not an easy feat.
Mercer now, look at this. Just running the ropes on Ahmed
got speed.
and Magomed. Just mocking the Nationalist. A new attitude here for Mercer Oslo. Now multiple shots being brought from Ahmed. Now Ahmed didn't take too kindly to the running of the ropes by by Mercer. Now look at that. No, he takes out the knee.
You know, we already know what Mercer's capable of. We've seen him, of course, with Black Iron and Joker in the past.
And now the
This is a completely different beast, if we're being honest here.
And now he brought in Travis Aaron, his tag team partner. But the truth is, Valente, he brought in an absolute beast in the form of Myrise. And I don't like to predict a lot, but Myrise has every ability to be world champion. And Aaron and Hoslow have every position to be the world tag team champions. KSF are in a position that very few factions have been inside of UKW, where they might sooner than later, own all the gold. Count one, count two on Ahmed, but a kick out.
It would be great for sure to have Myrise as world champion and Travis Aaron and Mercer Oslo as the tag team champions. They would be considered one of the greatest, definitely for sure, but there's going to be a long road to get there, I can tell you that.
And the road is starting here tonight on VALOR as they got to get past Magomed and Ahmed, the Nationalists, who very much feel like that they don't want to get jumped in line by KSF. Now look at the shot and the drop kick. And look at Magomed on the outside taking a bit of a cheap shot to Travis Aaron. Magomed now sends Aaron inside the ring. Oh, but no, he doesn't. Backstabber. And Magomed, look at that.
Goodness.
As he's taking out Aaron on the outside, Ahmed inside taunting.
Yeah, that taunting is definitely what might be a big mistake for the Nationalists. You got to think they're definitely on their high horses. No fact, but a 1-on-2 against Chris Maverick is not a fair match. And Maverick really fought well that match.
Look at Aaron. Aaron floats in. Oh my
God! Just out of nowhere.
Oh, and this is where
the bear is not done.
This is where Ahmed is going to very much take advantage. The wearing down of the smaller Travis Aaron. He's going to very much be able to do this and do this effectively. And I think a big key to win, a big key impact to a victory here for the Nationalists, for Magomed and Ahmed, is to isolate Travis Aaron. Keep Mercer on the outside. Keep Aaron in this match.
Wear him down for sure. Don't let Aaron get the tag. I
God,
completely agree with you on that.
And you see Mercer wanting the tag. Mercer wants the tag to Travis Aaron.
Definitely doesn't want to be a sitting duck.
And a gigantic square, but in these tag matches, you want to try and close off that square and make it smaller.
Look at Aaron. Aaron buying some separation with the kick. Is he going to go for the tag? No. He goes for another shot on Magomed. And now the stunner connects to Ahmed. Travis Aaron is running the gauntlet here. There's the poison run up by Travis.
Props to Aaron because he hit that move and he stared Ahmed right in the face. And I don't know very many people who are going to stare that big ass Russian in the face.
There's the power bomb. Travis Aaron, I think, might be making a mistake here, guys. He's trying to win this match here, but he could be making a tag to Mercer Oslo, but he might have ended it right there with a beautiful Ahmed.
He was back on the ropes on the apron.
Oh, and here comes Mercer.
Oh, and here comes Mercer.
Mercer Oslo delivers a beautiful uppercut to the back of the head of Ahmed.
Valente is right. I can't believe he Travis Aaron stared in the face of Ahmed. You just don't do that.
And I look, Travis in a perfect position. They've got these two right where they want him. Look at Aaron. Aaron's going to lift him up. Aaron's going to go up off the top rope, over Ahmed. Look at that. The moonsault connects. That moonsault slam onto Magomed, and it might be all over here. The German from Aaron as well. But Aaron continuing to work on Magomed. Maybe playing a bit of a long game here, guys. Maybe wanting to save Mercer in case this match goes the distance. He's got to know the limits that he can go. Look at Aaron up top, jumping DDT into the cover off of the jumping DDT. There's two, but no, a kick out from Magomed.
And that's exactly what Aaron could be doing. He could be saving Mercer for when he gets in a bind, but right now he's wearing down both the Nationals.
There's the knee strike connects. That's what I think. These two have traveled the world. They know each other's limits, and I think that Mercer fully trusts Travis Aaron to deliver here tonight when they need it, because they need to start building their repertoire here for the tag team titles. But this could be the ending of the match right here. I don't think Travis was set for a guy like Ahmed coming off the top.
Oh my God.
Soviet fall.
Oh my.
Soviet fall. Mercer tries to get back up top. Mercer bought Travis Aaron some time. And now into the cover.
That could be crucial.
Into the cover, counts one, counts two, and Travis Aaron kicked out of the Soviet fall.
And the bear is angry. He is not happy at all.
Oh my God, look at this.
Right in front of Mercer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Lord. And Travis is leveled, dude.
It was a great idea to maybe give Mercer time, but it's not working for you, Travis. You don't mess with a bear like Ahmed.
Sit out power bomb. And it could be all over here. He's going to go to the top.
Wait.
Look, Travis. Ahmed
is Ahmed going to make it? He didn't make it.
Ahmed didn't make it. And there's the tag. The tag to Haslo. Haslo sweeps the leg and is putting the boots to the Russian bear. There's the forearm. Haslo now up top.
Got the most energy.
Haslo could be looking at a 11-foot stop off the top. There's the shot. Oh, and look at this. These two are looking in a prime key position. Look at the lariat, the elbow, a forearm might have just knocked out Ahmed.
And Ahmed's asleep. He really did might have knocked out. Look at the
power. Oh, the teardrop suplex. The roll through from Haslo. Drop suplex again. I think
Fantastic
Black Iron sitting somewhere and is proud as hell of a disciple. And now look, Mercer on the outside, DDT delivered to Magomed.
And he just wiped the Nationalists with their face to the mat.
And now look who's back up. The tag to Travis Aaron. Game, set, match, boys. Off the top, Haslo delivers him right into a cover from Aaron. Oh, and look who's back up. Oh, but a shot delivered back to Magomed. And now look at this. Off the top, shooting star press on the outside from Travis Aaron. And Haslo is up as well. Stop. To Ahmed. Into the cover goes Travis Aaron. And a victory for the Kill Shot Foundation. A team that looks and operates better than any team I've ever seen inside of a UKW ring. Mercer Haslo and Travis Aaron have a destiny designed in gold, and that gold might be coming sooner than you all think. After the attack last week from Zach Knight, Alfie Parcher looked to come back. What the hell?
What the hell?
Look who it is. How did he get in the damn arena this time?
I don't know, but I don't get it with Zach Knight. What the hell?
Haven't we established that we do not have security around here?
Oh my God, the cutter on the stop sign. Zach Knight's not even signed here. What the hell is he doing here?
I don't know, but it looks like he's got a problem with Alfie Parcher. Alfie doesn't deserve this.
I don't know what he wants with Alfie Parcher, but I know what I want. I want some new security for Christmas.
God.
Is that my car?
Oh my
God.
No.
No.
God damn. Oh my God!
Oh, it's a finger jam of hell. No,
Oh,
no, stop, not
Oh
with you.
my God!
You just got it in.
Not again.
Zach Knight just leveled Parcher for a second straight weekend of woe. He has targeted Alfie Parcher. All right, guys. Azrael, the Pride Heavyweight Champion, was very impressed with the power and heart of one JJ Hayes last week against King Amir. So we're going to look to see as JJ Hayes takes on the Pride Heavyweight Champion in a non-title matchup. A match that could completely alter the career trajectory of one JJ Hayes.
I think I'm gonna have to speak for Dakota here for a few minutes as he tries to calm down.
I gotta calm down.
Yeah, first of all, I think we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Dakota's Windshield Fund. But yeah, I really loved what I saw to JJ Hayes, against King Amir, and that was a great fight out of him. I feel like it's really hard to see, many people put up that big of a fight on these giants like that. So he definitely impressed, and I could definitely see what Azrael was looking at, because there definitely is something with JJ Hayes and UKW.
And I think JJ Hayes could very much see himself as a future Pride Heavyweight Champion, a future International Champion. Hell, many may say a future VALOR Heavyweight Champion. And Azrael wants to see what kind of power JJ Hayes really has, because the Pride Heavyweight Champion is always wanting to elevate and execute, and he is very much going to need to execute this coming up against Red, White, and Bruise, at Red, White, and Bruise, when he faces the man with the master plan, Alex Perez.
Doubt, and this also, if JJ Hayes can pull out a win tonight, I'm just going to say this right now, he could be considered for either whoever wins that title at Red, White, and Bruise, whether Azrael retains it or Alex Perez picks it up. So he could definitely be considered that if he can knock off the champion now. I'm going to say this now. We liked what we saw when JJ Hayes faced King Amir. Even though King Amir won, he still ended up making a big impact against a bigger guy like King Amir. But now he's got down to a size of his, opponent of his size. But Azrael's been here a long time, and he's definitely the veteran competitor here. So I'm excited to see how JJ will handle that.
This is JJ's first match against a championship-level competitor, and this is going to be big for JJ Power Hayes. Here we go, the grapple, which 100% in my opinion has got to favor the Pride Heavyweight Champion. But now look at the headlock locked in here by JJ Hayes. And Hayes has that chin lock locked in, but Azrael not going to have it, sends Hayes over the top. But Hayes with the counter, Hayes off the rope, filling Froggy into a Hurricane Rana. And into the cover on Azrael quickly. Count one, but a kick out by the champion.
We all knew that wasn't going to be an early third count. We know Azrael, he's definitely not going to let this match end early.
He can't. He has to build that momentum heading in to UKW Red, White, and Bruise. But now look at Azrael. Pops him up into a European uppercut.
It also doesn't look good. I know JJ is new here, but that's the exact problem. Azrael does not need to find a way to lose here. If he finds a way to lose that not only gives JJ a shot if he ends up beating Alex Perez at Red, White, and Bruise, it makes JJ the #1 contender, in my opinion.
I can agree with that, but it's also got to give momentum to Alex. We heard Alex earlier that he feels like he's the reason Azrael was able to beat Slava, because Perez was the man that weakened up Chris for that match against Azrael. And to be 100% honest, guys, there's some weight to the statements made by the man with the master plan, Alex Perez.
I agree with that. Even during Azrael and Slava's match, even during their match there at Smash, I even said that. I said that match against Alex Perez was going to hurt Slava, and it ended up hurting Slava bad. He lost the title. So there is a lot of weight to that, Cass. I agree with that.
And Slava's even had to take some time off. He's not here right now. He's having to recoup his injuries against Perez. And I think that played a big part into the title change and the win for the Dominican Assassin, not to take anything away from a fantastic match that was.
Definitely not, but look at JJ Hayes.
And that's what I'm saying. JJ Hayes is pure 100% athletic energy. And if he can beat Azrael here Dakota, after that match at Red, White, and Bruised, I 100% see what you're talking about JJ being in contention for that shot. Now off the ropes.
He's already impressed. You know.
100%. That's how you got the match. Look at the shooting star press. Into the cover. Counts 2, but no, a kick out. Again from Azrael. And it seems like JJ's really had a majority of the offense, guys. And I think Azrael, although he kind of knew what he was getting into, I think he kind of underestimated Hayes, much like Amir did.
And that's you just can't underestimate your opponent. You might have been here longer. You might be more of the veteran competitor. But new competitors can come in and really pick up a win. We just saw it earlier tonight in Kathy Crimson. She came in and picked up a win against some more seasoned, more styled competitor in Christy Reeves. So you cannot drop your guard down no matter what the circumstance is. But look at Azrael.
Look at Azrael. Dragon suplex off the top. Into the cover. There's 1, there's 2, but no, a kick out, showing once again the power of one JJ Hayes. Now, Azrael picking it back up. Look at Azrael with the strike force delivered. Now he could be looking for that assassin's lock. Shot to the midsection. No, countered out by JJ Hayes. And now Hayes delivering multiple shots. Back elbow as well. Hayes bringing the strikes to Azrael. Now sends Azrael into the corner. Put there by Hayes. Hayes lifts him to the top. Hayes could be going for a big moment here. JJ Hayes off the top. Superplex delivered. Damn, what a superplex deliver. And that is a long way for JJ Hayes. Hayes looking to take the shot with the moonsault. He fell up short. And Azrael taking his time to get up in that. Might have bought Azrael some time to take control of this match. And out into the C4.
Goodness. And Azrael's definitely got the control back, and he's not stopping there.
That's what I'm saying. Took complete control now after the mistake moonsault from JJ Hayes. And now, look, Hayes off the rope. No! Azrael caught him again. Multiple shots delivered. Shots going back and forth. Who's going to get the advantage here between Azrael and Hayes?
And fourth, we know Hayes has definitely got the heart. He wasn't scared to go toe-to-toe with King Amir, but neither is Azrael. And it looks like Hayes picks up the advantage there.
And I think that's going to be big. Can Hayes keep the advantage is the thing. Can Hayes keep the advantage and get the win? JJ over the top, went for the, oh my God, and Azrael moved out of the way again, trying to get himself in a good position. And now, JJ, it only takes so many times, Dakota, for you to come up short before the champion's got to be able to retaliate. And now look at Azrael.
It looks like he's retaliating.
Oh my God!
Right off of that metal post.
And you got to think that's got to weaken up Hayes for that assassin's lock. Oh my God, now send it back first. Now what the hell is this from Azrael? Shot raining down. What the hell is this? Azrael up on the apron. What the hell is he going to go for here? Oh my God! A flying kick to the barricade with Hayes on top of it. That might be all but over right there, guys. Here, cover. Count 1. Count 2. No. And I don't know how Hayes kicked out of that. I've never seen something like that before. Now off the ropes with the cutter. Countered out. Hayes now with a shot. And a kick to Azrael. Now picks him up. Big shot delivered. JJ floats through. Look at JJ again with the Hurricane Rana. And for that running senton, Azrael tried to get to the apron. It seems like an inside the ring situation against JJ Hayes is something Azrael does not want.
And Azrael going to the top, but JJ right in pursuit.
Now look, Look at this, picking him up. JJ sends Azrael into the corner. And now plants him there again. Lifts him up top. This could be bad. Off the rope. Super kick delivered to Azrael. All but over. Incoming for the champion. Like you said, Dakota, JJ Hayes a win here. We got to put him in line for a future Pride Heavyweight title shot. Off the ropes. Hurricane Rana delivered again.
And he's on the right path. He's got Azrael right where he wants him.
100%. He's just got to put him down. And I think JJ understands that it's going to take a lot to put the champion down. That's why he's not going for the pin after all of these moves. He's waiting to hit high elevation ones. Like the moonsault off the top. Into the cover. Count 2. And it is still not enough to put away the Dominican Assassin.
It is just not enough. JJ's got to go back to the drawing board and figure out what he can do. This is a lot of the reason Azrael is a champion in UKW. He doesn't back down. He doesn't give up. He is one of the best.
The wherewithal, the will to keep fighting was something that pushed him against Slava. Because Slava was in position to win after the Wings of Time. And he didn't do it. And JJ now off the top. Oh no, caught him. And there's the shot. No, but JJ bringing it back. And this match has went a preferably long distance. The shots between
JJ
both
definitely
men.
has. Back and forth.
Shots raining down. Now look at JJ off the ropes. DDT.
Oh my. Beautiful maneuver.
Now off the ropes. Flies in. Back off the ropes. Flies in. He's trying to get Azrael in position for something. But I don't think he wants to miss out on this opportunity. But I think he might have. Azrael now with the lariat. Another lariat from the Dominican Assassin. He leaps underneath. Drop kick delivered to Hayes. Azrael feeling the UKW faithful, but there's the tip up from Hayes. The faithful is going crazy. And here we go, the Dominican Assassin and JJ Hayes. Shots back and forth. There's the shot. Another shot. Oh, there's the back elbow. Hayes off the ropes. JJ Cutter.
My God.
Get to the cover.
Is that going to be it? Come on, get to it, JJ. Do it.
He gets
He's got
to
it.
the cover on the Dominican Assassin Azrael. Counts 2. The kick out. The kick out by Azrael off of the JJ Cutter. Now look at Hayes. Hayes off the ropes. JJ Cutter. No. Azrael ducked it. Azrael shot. There's the Assassin's lock. The Assassin's lock locked back in. This could be all but over, boys.
Definitely could. He's got it locked in. There's nowhere to
look,
go.
Look at JJ. JJ uses the hair of Azrael to pull him down. But Azrael shuts him down immediately. This match has been excellent. God, another
It definitely
strike
has.
force again.
For sure, a 5-star classic, and this is JJ Hayes' second match in UKW.
Multiple shots back and forth. Who is going to get the advantage this time?
Two look both
my
beaten
God.
to death for sure. Oh,
Look
it looks
at
like
this.
that Azrael does.
Azrael delivering multiple shots to Hayes. Throwing plants it with one right to the abdomen. Oh, guys, this could be in. Look at the body scissors. The body scissors off of that Assassin's lock.
It looks like he's definitely got it locked in a position. Look how he's bending the head.
There's the
and that's
tap
gotta
out.
be it.
Yeah, and that's it for JJ. The bend of the neck. Devastating from the Pride Heavyweight Champion Azrael. And guys, I think the Dominican Assassin feels really good about his momentum heading in to his Pride Heavyweight Championship match against Alex Perez.
What's going on, everybody? Ring announcer Eero here to talk to you about UKW's brand new membership feature. For just $2.99 a month, you can become part of the UKW Faithful Plus. And that means you get access to exclusive members-only content. Are you listening? Recommend any retro pay-per-view from any wrestling brand, and it'll be reviewed by the UKW team and then posted in a members-only channel. Along with that, you get access to exclusive members-only Discord chat, where you can get sneak peeks to all future UKW events and a behind-the-scenes look. Or, you ready for this? You can become a member of the UKW Faithful Advanced tier for just $4.99 a month, where you get 24-hour early access to all episodes of UKW, not including pay-per-views, and you're allowed one extra character to be featured in UKW, and you get all the other stuff as well. You can join the elite of the UKW Faithful today. Just click that join button next to the channel, click the link in the description, whichever fits your fancy, and join today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on with UKW VALOR, we are in for our main event of the evening, which finally sees the #1 contender for the UKW VALOR Heavyweight Championship in action for the first time since UKW Pinnacle. Jamie Shepard will take on Big K Caleb Allen.
Goodness, and what we've seen the messages, guys, that's for sure. He has made it known that he is here, no doubt. But like you said, we haven't seen him since Pinnacle, and now he's coming in to take on Big K Caleb Allen, who just had a gauntlet match not too long ago. So this is going to be very exciting to see. It could have been Caleb Allen being the one to face Azrael, but it wasn't. It's now Alex Perez. So I'm excited to see how Caleb might be able to bounce back and is back in a main event situation.
You gotta think also, take this into account, that earlier in the night, the very first thing we saw here on VALOR was the acceptance of the VALOR Heavyweight Championship match offered by Jamie Shepard to Ace Stone. Stone accepted it. The match is official for Red, White, and Bruise. So, I think a perfect opponent for Jamie Shepard to face tonight. Once again, a good heads up by Tristan Sidney. Is Big K Caleb Allen, the former VALOR Heavyweight Champion, the person that Ace Stone beat for that title.
It's going to be a huge match. It's been a while since we've seen Shepard in competition.
But like you said, it's been a while since we've seen him in competition, and there's nobody that has more of that presence, that demonic presence, than Jamie Shepard, a ominous individual.
Jamie Shepard, we've said it since day one, guys. We have said how scary, how this guy takes spine, and just shivers chills down my spine. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, he's just a scary individual, and we've had a couple of scary guys here in UKW, but nobody has yet to be as scary as Jamie Shepard. And when he's set on the right path, I'm scared for what destruction he might be causing.
100%, the destruction might be fully enabled for Ace Stone come Red, White, and Bruise, because we saw what happened to Ace Stone on the last VALOR. Stone got decimated by Jamie Shepard. And then I really do think that Ace Stone is a little bit over his head come the VALOR Heavyweight Championship match at Red, White, and Bruise when he takes on Jamie Shepard, because Shepard 2-0 in his UKW career, and this guy is a force to be reckoned with.
This man is about as close as you can get to a demon in human form. He's, otherworldly, some would say. I don't know how to explain what he does, but this man is incredible. He's an incredible competitor. He's an incredible, mastermind at getting into someone's head and stuff like that. This is a match that I've been waiting to see for a long time, because these are two big behemoths. I know Big K's not scared of nobody, and Shepard damn sure ain't scared of nobody. We're gonna have a good match here tonight.
Here we go. These two are ready. Like you said, Valente, two behemoths going at it. Grab your popcorn. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, and look at that. Look at the mind already starting to play tricks here with Jamie Shepard, but Big K trying to open up quickly here against Shepard. Oh my God, and he just gets dropped by a shot to the
started off
ribs.
really well.
Oh my
God!
What the? Look at that! Oh
Power!
Oh my God, the power of Shepard.
And starting off well, and this is not what I would expect it off the start. Oh my
God! Dude!
What is this?
Look at that! My good Lord!
And this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. That destruction Shepard just feels the need to carry out.
What? Oh my... Dude! This is insane! Oh my God, again to Big K. And now look at Shepard. Shepard places him back up on the shoulder. Shepard. Oh my God! This is insane. This is a joke. Look at, he just bench pressed.
Just powering him up. That's not an easy feat. Big K's easily 340.
Oh. Gigantic man right there.
I was taking apart our announcer table.
Big K, this is a problem.
It definitely is, and I fear that destruction I was talking about, guys. Jamie Shepard is here to deliver it.
Oh, and now look at that.
Gonna break the count.
Yeah, the break of the count by Shepard. Shepard wasn't wasting any time here. Oh man, this is bad for Big K.
Oh my God! What are you doing, Jay? Oh my God! Right through the table.
I think a message is being sent to Ace Stone.
This definitely cannot be good for the Nightfall era.
Now look at this. Look at this. What the hell? Shepard, what are you going for here? Shepard. Oh my God! Just kicked him right in the damn face.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, crucifixion!
Oh, my! And Caleb is done, guys. And like you said, Ace should be worried about. You know what? Demons roam in the night. It seems like Jamie Shepard has found his way into the
Shepard.
era.
Look at the demons getting to Shepard. The demons are telling Shepard to end Caleb Allen. Oh, my God! Shepard. This could be it. My God, look, what the hell is this off the ropes? Shepard. Oh my God, just kicked his damn. Oh my jeez. Dude, this is crazy.
It definitely is. I've never seen Big K get an ass whooping like this.
Crucifixion!
Oh my God! Laid Big K out in the middle of the ring.
Now into the cover off of the after the pop-up crucifixion.
2,
that's it.
3.
Call for the bell. Good Lord.
I have goosebumps, ladies and gentlemen.
This match was dead to rights from the opening bell. Jamie Shepard might have his hands on the VALOR Heavyweight Championship come red, white, and bruised.